Hi everybody, it's Mr. Cognetti from Citizenship Academy, and today we're going to be doing Module 1, lesson number 22. And today we are going to be working on finding patterns inside of our numbers. Remember, I've been saying math is all about patterns, and we did that yesterday when we were working with doubles, and then we did doubles plus 1. So we were finding the pattern of what doubles equal. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4, 3 plus 3 is 6. We found those patterns, and we also looked for patterns when we were looking at our dots. Remember when we were looking at groups of dots over here? And I'd have a group of 3 and a group of 3. You'd see the pattern of 3 and 3. And then when I had a group of 3 and a group of 4, we were looking at the pattern of 3, and then we'd find 3 more over here plus that 1 more. So you were looking at groups of 3. So our game that we've been playing, where I show you an amount of circles on my 10 frame, and then I hide it from you, that trick can help when we solve this. Oop, dropped one. We can look for patterns. On here, I know that the whole top row is full, and when the whole top row is full, that means 5. That's a pattern. If we had 2 full rows, that'd be 5 plus 5. Which would be 10. If I had this on here, you might be able to see, well, I know the whole top row is 5 plus 1. So we have our pattern of the whole top row of 5 being up there plus 1 more. 5 plus 1 is 6. Or you might have looked for a group of number. You might have seen a group of 3. 1, 2, 3. And then a group of 3 here. And what's 3 plus 3? 6. So there's another pattern. So I want to do our game quick, only a couple of them today, where I'm going to show you a certain amount on my 10 frame, then I'm going to hide it, and I'm going to ask you to tell me the number as quickly as you can, okay? So let's start with this here. Ready? All right, I went quick. How many circles did I have up there? Think about it. I had 2. 1, 2. All right, let's move on. All right, ready? Here you go. Here's the next one. Okay, again, I went quick on that one. Did you find any groups of numbers in that? Let's look. Ready? If you answered 4, good job. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the way I like to solve this one is I see a group of 2 right here. And then I see a group of 2 right here. And I know my doubles, so I know 2 plus 2 equals 4. All right? Let's do another one. Okay, ready? This one's a tough one. Last one. And down. I'll give you a little bit longer on that one. How many do we think we had? Let's find out. All right, this is what we have. Now, a couple different ways we can solve this. We could count them all. Let's do that. Let's see how long that takes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there are 7 there. We got to 7, we got the answer, but it took us a little while. Did anybody see a group of numbers, or a group of circles, or 2 groups of circles, and then add them together? Some of you might have seen a group of 5 on the top row, and then a group of 2 on the bottom row. So 5 plus 2 equals 7. And if you didn't know that, that's okay, but we get quicker, and we're going to all know those facts really soon. You might have also seen a group of 4 and a group of 3. Because I know all our brains work differently, and some people see different groups easier. So if you're not seeing both of these groups, that's fine. If you saw one of these ways, that's awesome. So a group of 4, and a group of 3. 4 plus 3 equals 7. This is another reason why we need to know our facts from 0 to 10 really quickly, because they will help us solve simple problems like this. All right? If you did a good job on that, give yourself a pat on the back. If not, Give yourself a pat on the back for working hard and trying, because that's not easy stuff. All right, let's move on. Today, we're going to be working on finding more patterns. So I have a bunch of number sentences written up here, and I'm going to read through them all, and I want you to listen for what is the same with every single one of these problems, okay? Open up your ears and take a listen. 1 plus 0, 2 plus 0, 3 plus 0, 4 plus 0, 5 plus 0, 6 plus 0, 7 plus 0, 8 plus 0, 9 plus 0, and 10 plus 0. Okay, now, what was the same for each of those problems? What did I say in each one of those number sentences? I said, did anybody hear me say plus 0 every single time? I said plus 0 every single time. How about, did you notice anything different as I read these expressions? So that means if the second number is the same in all of them, we should look at the first number, hint, hint, to find something that's different. Are the first numbers all the same? No, they're not. Can you tell me what the first numbers go up by? We go from 1 to 2. From 1 to 2. We went up by 1. 2 to 3. 2 to 3. We went up by 1 again. 3 to 4 goes up by 1. 4 to 5 goes up by 1. And we keep adding 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you see that? There's another pattern. Now, I'm going to write what they all equal. Okay. So now we have 1 plus 0 equals 1, 2 plus 0 equals 2, 3 plus 0 equals 3, 4 plus 0 equals 4, 5 plus 0 equals 5, 6 plus 0 equals 6, 7 plus 0 equals 7, 8 plus 0 equals 8, 9 plus 0 equals 9, and 10 plus 0 equals 10. What do we notice here? What's interesting about these that we notice? Take a couple seconds and think about it. How does adding 0 to this first number, number 1, change our answer? Does it change the first number? If you have 1 cookie and I give you 0 more cookies, does your amount of cookies change? No, it doesn't. So when we're adding 0 to any of these numbers, the number stays the same. Do you think this is true with any number we add 0 to? It is. If you add 0 to any number, that number is going to stay the same. Even if you do 150 plus 0, the answer is 150. That number stays the same. Okay? So there's another pattern we learned. Any number plus 0 is going to be that number we started with. So 10 plus 0 equals 10. All right? Okay. Now I'm going to change it up a bit. So now we're not going to add 0. We're going to add 1. So now we have 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4 plus 1, 5 plus 1, 6 plus 1, 7 plus 1, 8 plus 1, 9 plus 1, and 10 plus 1. Okay, what is the same about every single one of these equations? Last time it was we said plus 0. What's the same with all these? We did plus 1. So this time they're all plus 1. Let's see if we see a pattern in the answers. All right, and we've worked with one more a lot already, and this is exactly the same thing. This is one more, or plus one. It's the same thing. So now we had 1 plus 1 equals 2. We know that because it's one of our doubles facts. 2 plus 1 equals 3. 3 plus 1 equals 4. 4 plus 1 equals 5. What are we noticing? Notice any patterns? Our answers, when we go up by 1 for our first addend, or our first part that we're adding, our answer is 1 more than our first number that we're adding 1 to. So it's kind of like our 1 more game. This is just like when I give you the number 8, and you tell me what 1 more is, you say 9. So 8 plus 1 equals 9. And look at our answers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're going up by 1. Interesting. So we have our first part that goes up by 1, and our answers go up by 1. Because we're only adding 1. Okay? How does adding 1 change the first number? When we added 0, it didn't change the first number. How does adding 1 to 1 change this first number? It's the next number, so it goes up by 1. Adding 1 to the number 2, how does it change that number? It goes up by 1. 2, then we're going to go up by 1. We added this 1 more, so now I have 1, 2, 3. So when you're adding 1 to a number, I want you to think of what is 1 more than that number, or what is the next number. So 10 plus 1 is 11, because 11 is the next number after 10. If we were to count up to 10, let's see if 11 is the next number we'd say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so 1 plus 10, or 10 plus 1, is 11. Very, very good. All right. I want to do one more set of examples. Hang in there. You guys are doing awesome. I'm going to erase all these and give me a second to set some of these up. Oops, I don't need that. And we're only going to go to here. Okay, now we're doing plus 2. Okay, so I'm going to read these, and I want you to tell me what's the same between all of them. 1 plus 2, 2 plus 2, 3 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 5 plus 2, 6 plus 2, 7 plus 2, 8 plus 2. What is the same between all of these equations? I said plus 2 every time. All right, so this time we're adding 2 onto our first number. So, excuse me, hold on. Let me write down what they all equal. All right. So if I have 1 plus 2, and we get 3. How does 1 change into 3? What happens to it? How many do we add on to it? We added on 2. So that must mean the first number we started with, when we add on 2, the first number increases by 2. If you had 1 cookie and I give you 2 more, how many cookies do you have now? 1, 2, 3. You have 3 cookies. If you take the number 4 and you bring in 2 more, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is 2 more than 4. Okay? So we're looking for patterns. And when we started with 1 and went to 2, our answer went from 3 to 4, which is only 1 more. When we go from 2 to 3, we're just going to the next number, adding 1. And we're adding 2 onto each time, so our answers are 4 and 5. You add 1 to get from 4 to 5. I know this is a lot of numbers and a lot of thinking. I'm sweating just doing all this right now. But you guys are working really hard. And if it's not clicking right now, and by that I mean you're not fully understanding it, again, I say this a lot, that is okay. I wouldn't be teaching you guys stuff you already know. I'm teaching you guys stuff that you guys need to work on and things that you don't know. But you will know it, all right? So if it's not coming right away, that's okay. You guys are doing great. All right. So today we looked at finding patterns in numbers. We worked on +0, +1, and +2. When we add 0 to a number, the number does not change. Then we found out when we add 1 to a number, that number just goes to the next one. So if we have 3 and we add 1 more, the number is 4. 4 is the next number. Then when we added 2 onto a number, we know that that number we're adding goes up by 2. I wonder what would happen if we add 3 onto a number. That first number must go up by 3. All right. I think we're starting to get it. You guys are doing fantastic. This was another little bit of a longer lesson, but don't worry, you guys are awesome. I know you can handle it. So keep up the great work. I hope you guys are having a lot of fun and doing all right. And I can't wait to see you guys. Have a great day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.